live at 85. No jive, busy as a beehive. I came down to my law office on this Sunday, June the 5th, I think, 22, just to see you people. Chew a few peanuts. No beer today. Tomato juice. Vegetable tomato juice. V8. I think we have one of the most highbrow, intellectual programs ever broadcast on this network. But first, I have to introduce myself. I'm a lawyer in Birmingham, Michigan. This is my law office. Yeah, we got a little program on there. Jimmy Swaggart. It's Sunday. Understandable. So here's my Sabbath, working for Jesus. Rescuing my ass from a ditch. Or David ate the shewbread on Sunday to feed his troops. I get nervous about doing things on Sunday. Do the Lord's will every day, every minute, every day. His name is Jesus. And he's the difference between you going to heaven or hell. Wow. What else do you have on the broadcast that's any more important than that? I don't. But stay tuned. Jim Ellsman, 725 South Adams, Birmingham, Michigan, 48009, Suite 182, phone number. I'm rushing to get to my topic. I love it. Phone 248 area 766. Oh, I forgot my own phone number. I'm 85. Is it 5182? 5184. That's embarrassing. Married 61 years. Don't get any ideas, girls, just because my blue eyes match this blue little jacket. Yeah, I just worked out at Planet Fitness and got my wife a French croissant roll, sweet roll. Oh. I'm the eldest of 7 children. All my brothers and sisters are deceased, as well as my mom and dad. Come from a little town of 800 people outside Kalamazoo. We made paper, and so they named our city Parchment. Think about that. I don't see any reason we can't go directly to the subject. What is the subject? I'm going to call it Saved Losers, Street Evangelists. What's the definition? What's a street evangelist? He doesn't get paid. He or she doesn't get paid. There are a few women. They don't go inside churches. Neither did Jesus. There were no churches back there with steeples. He went into Jewish synagogues if he went into a building at all. Wasn't preaching on a mountain or a hill or out in the streets. That's what the street evangelists do. And they don't always get along. Somebody gave me a criticism of the program, but because I hadn't told that an evangelist called Bobby Biblestein, hey, that's his name. And you have to put the Bobby in lower case, or he gets mad at you. We don't always get along with each other. We're a bunch of rebels to start with. In any case, the complaint was that I had not told the story back in the year 2000 when Bobby was getting ready to go to Israel to celebrate Jesus' 2000th birthday, which nobody else recognized. No Protestant church was holding some birthday party. Maybe Bobby saw a few Catholic priests in Jerusalem. He proclaimed that they were all celebrating a birthday party for Jesus, but believe me, the years don't come out right anyway. Jesus lived 33 years. Yeah, I just had some peanuts. I'm still chewing them. So I'm saying, talk about losers. This Bobby Bible back in the year 2000, when I entered the James Weber Ranch above Portland, Oregon, there was this guy standing there with a sign, Jerusalem Now, saying he was yelling out that he was going to Jerusalem that Christmas. He was wrapped in wire, and he had some type of recording that was playing Christmas music. This was in October or late September. I can't remember. 22 years ago. Why was he at the bottom of the entrance? Because Dr. Weber would not let him up to the... Yeah, I'm talking about conflicts. And you know how that all ended? Dr. Weber hauled him down Heretic Hill, which was a mountain, on his back because he resisted. And some people still say Bobby is concussed, suffering a concussion from that incident. That was violent. I didn't watch it. I saw it brewing and kind of as the guest lecturer, preacher, stayed inside the ranch house. And Dr. Weber, to the applause of, I gathered 150 people, enjoyed the whole experience. He's never had more fun, he says. That's how much tension there is in this group. Unpaid, preaching Jesus out on the streets. All right, these are the men that I'm advocating that we send out into the world, the community, to preach Jesus. because they tend to be tough. As a matter of fact, Dr. Weber was a bar brawler in his early days before God knocked him off his high horse and promised to teach him away from his illiteracy if he would read the Bible for a year. All of that happened. He read it for a year, and he came out to write 10 books, rounded off. Could be 9, could be 12. In any case, the world is going to hell. And we have these guys. But we also have a very weak mainline Christianity. People are flocking away from it. The Methodists, the Lutherans, the Presbyterians, the Congregationalists, almost dead. The Catholics, who pays, even Catholics, they don't pay attention to the Vatican. They use birth control as much as Protestants or non-believers. Pope doesn't rule their lives. They used to eat only fish on Fridays. It's never even discussed anymore. They're dropping away. So it's an environment of the death of Christianity. I say we need these street preachers because nobody else is volunteering to do anything, and especially for nothing. These guys are self-supporting. And the issues are so full of heathen issues. LGBTQ, lesbian, gay, trans, bi. You know what all those words mean? They're so filthy that I don't even want to say them. Looking and I can't go further into that one. Roe versus Wade. Most likely, Roe will be overturned. Abortion will be limited. But will the streets be full of, they're already full of protesters. They want Roe versus Wade because a woman's body is her own. Yeah, they never mentioned that embryo that's alive and kicking inside her uterus. Gay marriage. There's nothing that excites me more than to go to some town that's gay friendly and see the gay bars and two women or two men holding hands walking down the streets, sometimes kissing in open public. Yeah, I've seen it. I'm in Detroit, a big city, probably the largest black city, 80% black in the United States of the major cities. And if we go north into Canada or south into Canada, you can choose your way in Detroit if you know what a map is. It gets even more liberal than American politics and life regarding gays, freedom to preach. It's even hard to preach on the streets over in Canada. I can walk outside this door and preach. People would consider me quite foolish. I tried it. Went to an Episcopal church and told them they were going to hell because They're electing a gay man named Robinson to their board of trustees, National Board of Trustees. Well, they called the police on me. I don't care. I've got American constitutional rights to stand on the sidewalk. But I was courteous when their 11 o'clock service started, the main service. I quit. And lawyer friends of mine, me being a lawyer, said, "Jim, why are you embarrassing yourself out here?" I didn't answer him. I tried a Jesus technique. Don't answer a fool. About a week thereafter, I got a cease and desist letter from that Episcopal church. They thought they'd stop me. Well, my point had been made, so there's no use overdoing it sometimes. We can't even get along between Republicans and Democrats over fair voting laws. Should you have to show identity, or can you just come walk yourself in and vote for 17 people? Well, you can guess what I favor. No fraud, no cheating. The guns debate, after the school shootings and the Buffalo shooting, I mean, that Second Amendment has been made controversial. It never was that way. I mean, all these issues are new. When I was a boy, you remember that dates back to 1936, if I'm 85. When I was a boy, none of these issues existed. We were a united country going to defeat Germany and Japan and their cohorts. Immigration and building a wall. That was never discussed. Even Mexican Americans on this side, they don't want more Mexican Americans to come in because it's a mess. We don't know if they have COVID. We don't know if they have fentanyl. And it's not all Latinos. Some Ukrainians, Russians, Cubans sneaking in with the Latinos. Divorce. It was not a big issue when I was growing up. Now it's like half of all marriages. You might say, well, sometimes when guys get divorced 3 times, it heightens the statistics. Statistics. It's not an easy word to say when you're on camera. Statistics. So there we are. And in that context of the decline of Christianity, when we're trying to preach about Jesus, Yeshua in Hebrew, who really was the focal point of 66 books in the Bible, which too many people don't read, including the Jews and the Catholics and the Protestants in all their sects. I said sects. I say only street preachers can get the job done. The rest is all form, no substance, very limited substance. Yes, you gather on Sundays and a preacher stands up, and after a few songs, he says a message. That's not the way it was done by Jesus. Miracles can still be performed. Do miracles happen in your church? No. They should put a sign outside of every church as you're driving out. Now, the harvest fields have the souls you're supposed to save. But people just consider it a Sunday obligation to go to church. Lord, help us. We're in a sinful generation, worthy of rebuke by you. Your patience shows your love. We need your help.